Hello everybody, my name is Pat Moriarty and I'm here to teach you how to surf. I've been surfing for the past 2 years. I went from not being able to stand up on a board full coupe to being able to ride fun waves in Indonesia and Nicaragua and all over the world. So if you're a kid that grew up on pipeline and are going to comment, oh man, you're not that good of a surfer, well, this video isn't for you. What I'm trying to do is talk to the person I was about 2 to 3 years ago. I was living in the city, had a corporate job, would maybe get out to surf once a month, twice a month, and I built myself up to be a better surfer by making it a priority in my life. So I want to talk about that, and I want to pave a roadmap on how you can do the same thing. Because to me, finding a sport like surfing completely changed my life. It got me from a place in my life that was just not too great, we'll put it that way, to a place where I am now, where I'm much happier, healthier, have a better sense of community, and more adventure in life. Everything I could ask for and more. And I think all of that was created in part due to getting into surfing. So it's my life's mission to get more people into surfing. So if you're watching this video, if you're thinking about getting into surfing, then this is your sign to make it a priority, and I can help you with that. So in this first video, I'm going to share this to everyone. So this will be going on YouTube and everywhere. But I've also created a community of people learning how to surf, and you'll see why at the end. So you can join that in the link below. It's free to join. I just do courses like this, but go more in depth there. So let's get to it. Learn to Surf 101. There are a few stages of surfing to be aware of, and I want you guys to be prepared for each one of them. Stage number 1, become a stronger, more resilient athlete. So if you are like me, or like I was, only able to get in the water a handful of times a month, what you want to do is make yourself into the best athlete possible. If you do that, you build resilience, you build strength, and so for those times you do go in the water, you're able to progress, and you're able to give it your all, and you're able to pour your full body, your full mind, your full spirit into it. You want to train on land to prepare for water. The ocean is a very scary place. It's one of the great things about it. It motivates you with fear. And so if you can train on land to prepare you for the water, that is stage 1 of becoming a good surfer. In this course, I'm going to do all the dryland workouts I've done to get myself from full beginner to where I am now. And what you really look to do is build confidence. So when you're in the lineup, you know you can paddle with anyone. So when you're just getting into surfing, it's quite intimidating, especially you paddle into a lineup or maybe you're in the bottom 25%, you're new to it, and it's scary. You're looking around, you're like, oh, do I deserve to be here, etc., etc. If you prove to yourself on land that you can hold your own physically and mentally, then once you get into the water, it's going to make it that much easier to be able to have confidence and start paddling into waves that are outside your comfort zone. So surfing is all about pushing yourself on that edge of your comfort zone. So you do that first on land. That's super important. You can't get into surfing if you're not in good shape, if you're not strong, if all these things. You have to demand a lot out of yourself and prepare a lot, as much as you can on land, for those attempts in the water. Next, stage 2, you go from an athlete to a waterman/waterwoman. This is all about becoming adept in the water. So it's 2 different skills. You want to build yourself up on land to be as strong, as powerful, as mentally resilient as you can be. And then from there, you want to go to becoming a waterman. What does that mean? That means any chance you get, you go into the water, you go for a swim, you hold your breath for as long as you can, you dive as deep as you can, you paddle out into unknown territories. You do everything to acclimate your brain and body to being in the sea. So much of surfing is being comfortable within yourself and being comfortable out there in the ocean. And so if you can train yourself to be in water in a variety of different types, go out kayaking, whatever it is, I prefer things where it's just me in the water. And then once I get the surfboard, that makes me feel even more confident, right? So just going out for a swim, even if it's a big lake or whatever. If it's choppy surf, go out, body surf, things like this to get you more prepared. Take a lifeguarding course. All these things you want to be able to do. You want to build confidence. You want to build your waterman abilities. Create spaces in your life for long stretches in the water. This will naturally happen. You're going to get into surfing. You're going to go once a month. And then you're gonna be like, oh, that was freaking awesome. And then you're gonna go twice a month. And then you're like, oh, that was so good. I'm gonna book a surf trip for 2 weeks. You go on a surf trip for 2 weeks, and then your mind is freaking blown. Your universe is completely flipped upside down. Your priorities are shifted. And all of a sudden, all you can do is think about surfing. So yes, this happened to me. It happens to a lot of people in surfing. I'm very excited for you watching this video because it is a very cool time in your life. At this stage, the ocean addiction takes over and you are driven by something outside yourself. This is a pretty incredible stage of surfing. For me, it happened about, I don't know, we'll call it, 2 years ago. I'd say I went on a surf trip down to Costa Rica and I just knew to myself that this is something that I was gonna do every day for the rest of my life as long as I could. Now, I haven't been surfing these past few days, but in the past year and a half, I'd say I've probably spent close to 450, 500 days in the water, which is pretty impressive. And the main point here is that you are driven by something outside yourself. That's what surfing is. It is a commitment. You place your energy, your emotion, your body, your mindfulness into the water. You place it into Mother Ocean, and she gives you back more than anyone could ask for. Next, build ability to swim, judge currents, make courageous choices in the water. So as you become a waterman, you're able to not only just hang out in the water, understand the currents, judge things, but you want to start to make courageous decisions. You want to be able to be the guy that you know if there was a crazy rip, you could swim out and rescue someone. It's building that confidence, building that courage. That's something that surfing does, and that's something that you can practice. Courage is a muscle, just like anything else. So, and the more it grows, the more it grows. It's I forget what the name for that is, but it's a thing where once you do one thing courageously, you push yourself outside your comfort zone. You remember that feeling, and it grows and grows and grows, and all of a sudden, you used to be scared swimming 50 meters out in the lake. Now you can swim out into 3 meter swell in Indonesia, right? It builds upon itself. Lastly, stage 3, surfing becomes a ritual practice and you are now a beginner surfer. So this means, at this stage, for me at least, this means I quit my job, I bought a one-way ticket to Indonesia, and I just started surfing every single day that I could. You have proven to yourself that you deserve to be in the lineup and will now push it as far as you can go. Like I said before, lineups can be intimidating. We're social creatures. We sort of adapt to these hierarchies in the lineup, and when you're just starting out at something, you don't quite have the confidence to be fully charging in the lineup, taking off at the peak, etc. At this stage, you know that you are the finished product, you are confident in yourself, and you are going to give everything you have to surfing, and therefore, you feel comfortable in the lineup. When you see big waves come, you don't paddle away from them, you paddle towards the peak, you try and catch them. And then you start to seek out challenging waves. Search for lineups with people that are better than you. This is such an important point for surfing. You sort of become the average, you could say, of the people you spend your time with. So if you spend your time with a bunch of absolute chargers, you will elevate your surfing ability. They will push you outside your comfort zone. If you spend your time with people that like to just hang out, smoke weed, paddle around, that is what you will become. So it's important to seek out people who are better than you at surfing, and you will naturally rise to their skill level. However, this can often be a lonely stage, as you have surpassed the old crew of weekend warriors that you used to go surfing with. For me, I had a group of 3 buddies that I started surfing with, 3 of my best friends, super cool dudes. They all went on, did their own adult things, got their jobs, their girlfriends, all that stuff. And in this stage, I felt quite lonely because it was really a solo mission. I was proving this to myself. It was something I knew I had to do. But that is why I've created the Lost Soul Surf Club. Check the t-shirt, kind of fire. It's a community for people getting into surfing. So the idea is to bring people together who are in this stage of surfing, who want to progress, who know it's something that they have to do for the rest of their lives. And we bring those people together, connect them to each other, and additionally in the website, I publish courses on dry land workouts you can do, breath hold activities you can do, tips, tricks, things like that. What board should I get? All this information on surfing that's super important, I publish in that group. So if what I said today at all resonates with you, please click the link in the bio, join the group. If you want to support me, you can buy a shirt. If not, that's totally cool. That's all. Thank you for watching Learn to Surf 101.